Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for March 3rd, 2018.
Today on the Newscast, we talk Avengers.
Wreck-It Ralph 2's trailer dropped today. We'll let you know a little bit more.
Ghostbusters news.
And MoviePass fiascos. We'll let you know what it is. More.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
It went normal speed after, guys. We can be normal speed.
When you say we can be normal.
No, I said normal speed.
We're never normal.
What did I watch this week and do this week? Oh, right, that's
You
it.
have a whole hour or so to take.
I know, but
it's.
You probably played your
You
Switch.
can check your Switch. You can check your Netflix. You can check YouTube.
Netflix.
Either way, welcome to the
Welcome to the
Barrel
Barrel Roll
Newscast.
Newscast. Hi, welcome. He's dying.
Yep.
I'm not dying.
I want
He's
to switch
kinda-
spots again.
You claim that spot. I'm just
He's
saying.
dying.
I'm not dying.
Yet.
He's gonna spread his dying.
But are
We can't spread this kind of dying.
Aren't we all kind of dying though?
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
But really though.
I'm Nick,
I'm Tony.
Chris.
and we're here to talk about news.
Not
News.
In games and movies and other nerd stuff. So.
News.
Yeah.
Let's
Jump right in.
shall we get down to the nitty-gritty?
Yes. You know what? Looking at news this week, now that I think about it, the only things I could remember are celebrities getting sick.
Didn't Kevin Smith?
Kevin Smith had a heart attack,
Kevin
and
Smith had a
right,
thing.
yes.
Stan Lee has announced that he has pneumonia at 95, which is not a good thing to have.
Nope.
Well, I mean, he had that heart thing a couple months back.
He had the
too.
heart thing, and now he has pneumonia, and it's like, oh.
That's
oh.
great.
And yes, Kevin Smith had a 100% blockage in one of his arteries.
Super. I did not see that coming.
No one did.
I know that he was a bigger set fellow in his earlier days, but he has slimmed down now.
Yeah.
He has
Yes.
slimmed down a lot.
He has slimmed down a lot since then.
80
So I
pounds in the
so I
last
figure
couple
he's
years,
probably making good life choices. But after
Making
reading that,
better life choices. But like he said, he's like, if it wouldn't have been for the nice people at his show and all that stuff, like he released like a 13-minute video explaining the whole thing, and now he's all like, I'm on borrowed time, man. You're like, oh, Kevin, don't get philosophical. Just keep making the crap you make. And,
it's because he's on drugs right now.
and, but a lot of it is apparently like once you have that 100% blockage in that section of your heart,
Oh, is it not?
you have like another if you make it another 5 years, you're good.
Oh wow! So he's now
To be fair, he's also Kevin Smith, so
He's rich.
he can
pay for
afford some,
things.
yeah. Like his hospital room was quite fancy because that's where he was live streaming from.
Of course, he was live streaming from the hospital.
It's
That's
actually
the one thing I think of when I'm in the ICU or.
It's a
or
pretty
anything like that.
interesting video to watch because he talks about these doctors showing up, and he's a very insecure guy.
Yeah.
So he didn't want his shirt being lifted. Like, the people for the paramedics show up, and they're trying to, do crap to make sure that his heart's all good.
And he's saying.
And he's like, no, don't lift my shirt, guy. Like, no. And it's like, we are trying to save your life. Like, something could be seriously wrong with you. And then he gets into, the ER, and they have to send the stint through, your groin area.
Yeah.
He's like,
Of course.
And they're like, well, we have to shave you.
Yeah.
For certain part, and he's like, can you just if I just move my underwear slightly, can you just shave the part you need to shave?
No.
Without, and they did it because he was so out of it, he didn't quite realize what was going on. But that's how insecure he was.
I guess it was a part shock too. Then in that case, because it's
yeah.
when you're going from
Well, he was delirious. Is more the
Yeah.
Well, good to hear that he's
He's good.
He's breathing. He's kicking.
Yeah, it was just a very funny video to watch. But either just with him, yeah, this doctor man, you say, he's like a real life Superman, saved my life, and you're just like, dude.
Oh my God, he's back to his 1990s.
Just calm yourself. Just calm. Either way.
So let's get
on a lighter note.
Let's get into
some
this.
fun notes.
Avengers: Infinity War
Yes.
was supposed to be coming out what,
May 4th.
May 4th? May 4th?
Yes.
On the Star Wars Day.
Yes.
But is no longer. They're
Nope.
moving it upwards
Yes.
a week.
Of the request of Tony Stark.
Tony Stark has
Yes.
asked them to move it up.
Yes, Robert Downey Jr. requested very nicely on Twitter that they move
They
up
must.
the...
There must be some sort of like PR department where they plan stupid
Oh,
shit
yeah.
like
Oh, for
this.
sure.
It's like, okay, we're gonna send Tom Holland the poster, and he's gonna accidentally leak it on like Instagram Live.
Or they just give it to him knowing that he's full well.
Oh, no.
I
that
wonder
is
how. I wonder if
also
like half
planned
of
out.
it is like with Mark Ruffalo as well, because he's not great either with his.
It is all one big PR plan.
It's it must be at
Well,
this
yeah.
point.
And especially
We're
with
going
Robert
to do
Downey
this, we
Jr.
just need a way to do it.
Yeah, especially with Robert Downey Jr. They're probably like, we want to announce it. And Robert, do you want to have some fun? Sure. How long will it take me? About 2 minutes. Cool.
Less than 2 minutes. Well, here's the script. Kind of go with
Not
it.
even. We'll compose the tweets for you. Just like copy and paste this text in as we,
Yeah.
Yeah. So either way, they said,
Yes.
is there anything we can do, blah, 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 to make this experience even better? And
Yeah, it's
Robert
like it's
Downey
coming out
Jr.
May 4th or whatever. It's like, can we see it sooner?
Yeah, can we see it sooner? And they're like, great idea.
Anything for you, anything.
Anything for you, Mr. Stark.
So that's super cool. And then it clears up the month of May because you've got Deadpool 2, you've got
Solo.
Solo.
and
And then that's when all of the like you were saying, all the international releases were that weekend anyways.
yes.
So
like the Europe and Asian
So they're
countries.
just going to hit the box
That way
office
it's
just
making-
all at once. It's
well,
like-
you're also avoiding
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers is a big piece.
Like if you think about it, the rest of the world gets Avengers before.
remember when Avengers 1 came out and we
do.
were like, how do we get to Britain?
Right. Like how do we get across the
sea.
ocean
Without paying
without money?
Swimming. So avoid spoilers, and on top of that, it's just the final nail in the coffin for that stupid Rampage movie because it comes out like the week before.
Well, I don't know if they're intending to do that.
They're not intending.
They're not, but it's just
They also want to save some room for Solo too.
That's what I
Yeah.
think too.
I think Solo's good.
Let Avengers run the box office
'Cause
until
usually
Solo
May
comes out, and then
Yeah.
Solo will take over.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
usually May is the big
Depends
one.
on Deadpool.
Well, if Black Panther is any sort of indication, it's like Infinity War will ride out the good first half of the summer.
Oh, for sure.
At that very least.
Infinity War is going to do insanely well, but
It's just the hype alone. Everyone's gonna go watch it.
I don't know what's after Solo
yes,
for Disney.
Probably
know.
some.
they've got A Wrinkle in Time coming out. Like what?
Maybe that will take over for.
No, this
No.
weekend I think A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, is it?
coming. Yeah,
Yeah, that mo-
apparently it is set to not do very well.
Surprise.
It's got
haven't seen
Oprah.
any
It's got
commercials
Oprah
about
in
it.
it. I mean, like.
Okay,
you've
but to
got
be
so
fair,
many
it has
big
Reese
act-
Witherspoon and Mindy Kaling.
I don't know
It
who
has
the
a
last
lot
is.
of big actors.
I don't know who the
actors.
actress is, but
You do. Have you seen The Office?
yes.
Annoying Indian girl.
Oh, her.
That's
That's
her.
Mindy Kaling.
Oh.
She's quite large, and they'll like, yeah. Well, she had her own show for.
Yeah, she had her
The
own
Mindy
The Mindy
Project.
Yeah, I think she still does. I think it's still going on.
No. I don't
We
know.
could fact check.
I
later.
don't. I don't.
I don't care enough to.
But yes, so we get to watch it a week earlier.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is fine.
Yeah, like because the movie's already
I-
done. The movie has to be done post.
I'm betting they're still working on visual effects stuff.
Probably.
They were, from what I hear now in the industry, because everything's so digitally distributed, is they're working on effects pretty much till
Yeah.
like hour zero.
Oh wow. Well, I guess it's just distributed. It's no longer in film reels.
Well, this-
Right. Yeah, like it all comes on hard drives now, and when they plug the hard drives into the machines that they are required to have for these theaters, it's like update in progress, and you're like, what? What changed?
The movie's in like 5 minutes. No.
Yeah. Update in progress. Oh dear.
Yeah, no.
Error.
This throws off the week long or the week.
So if
marathon.
you've been doing the week of movie,
You have to
MC
watch 2 in 1 week now at some
Yep.
point. You have to decide which movies you're going to watch, like
Yeah.
2 in 1 week. And someone's
if I-
like, I already preempted this and just watched them all already.
See, that was me.
Yeah.
I did that. I picked and choose the ones. I think the only one I have left to watch is Spider-Man.
No,
I think.
I think if I did it this week, it would be Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh, good choices.
Those
Good.
are
So
super
I think
solid.
if I wait till when I want to wait, it's I can't remember. Start of Phase 3.
Ant-Man.
I think it's Ant-Man and something else.
Well, Ant-Man's Phase 2, so
Yeah.
so it'd be
End of
Civil.
phase 2.
So Civil War.
No, yeah, sorry, it would be Ant-Man and something. I want to say Civil War.
Also 2 solid.
Yeah, so it actually would be Ant-Man Civil War.
Oh,
and that'd be a
Ant-Man's
great tie-in because the end of post-credits for Ant-Man works its way into
Well,
Civil War.
yeah, it would.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I watched those
Whatever.
two back to back. I literally watched those back to back for me, so it's like, oh, okay.
Whatever.
For me, it's all fluid. It's all a fluid
I
MCU
I have a
watch.
week-long break. It's coming up.
Well, the Russo brothers said that this Avengers movie will also touch on all 18 previous Marvel films.
That's bold.
How?
Time Stone.
Magic.
Oh, okay.
It's reality.
Red Skull.
Well, but so people are like, because apparently there's a rumor that Betty Brant, like Liv Tyler's, been on set.
I've heard about that one.
So everybody's
I've heard
like,
that one.
we're actually gonna get like Betty Brant with Mark Ruffalo, like to
That would be
solidify
Nice.
That would be super
to
cool.
solidify his place as the Hulk and just kind of
How crazy? Okay,
Maybe Tom
and
Hardy
I know.
will be there too.
Okay, so how crazy would this be if they did do a time stone thing, and then brought back Edward Norton for like a brief bit?
No.
he won't come back.
No, but how crazy would that
Yeah, I
be
think
for them?
you would just do Mark Ruffalo just doing that scene
Yeah.
instead of Edward Norton.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't bring Edward Norton back.
You don't think so? I know. There's been
It
bad
wouldn't be-
blood
it wouldn't
between
be-
them.
it
No,
wouldn't be
I just
hard.
wouldn't because you're trying to sell Mark Ruffalo as,
They don't need to sell Mark Ruffalo.
But no,
he sells
like-
himself.
but to bring Edward Norton back, that would confuse a shit ton of people for one.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping this movie doesn't already do that.
Time Stone.
Reality Stone.
But yeah, that's
And then Soul Stone.
yeah. There's word that Betty Brant's been on.
That'd be awesome.
I'd see that. I mean, like, you've got General Ross,
Yeah,
so
It'd
but
be-
then
it'd be-
apparently, like, people are sitting there and they're like, so there's gonna be Easter eggs for like every single movie, is what you're telling us? Like,
oh god,
sweet.
I'm gonna have to
I
watch
can
this
see them
movie
doing
like
that,
3
though.
times.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch this film like 3 times just to get everything.
But yeah, it's gonna be like that part of it is just I'm like, this will be stellar.
Oh yeah.
That
Yes, we get to watch it sooner now.
But we get it a week sooner now.
Yeah, take that. You thought Europe got it sooner. Well, no longer.
Ha!
You know what they could have done? They could have used. They could have done a time stone joke too.
They could have done. They probably had a bunch like sitting in
Ready
a
to
barrel
go.
ready to go.
Which
And
one
they're
works
like,
the best?
Which one's gonna be
We used the
funnier?
time stone and moved the film's release up earlier.
We haven't heard from Robert Downey Jr. in a while.
Yeah, Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo keep leaking stuff. We're good. They're good.
Well, and I just watched a thing with Mark Ruffalo today, where he was doing an interview with BBC, and the guy was asking him, you know, are we ever going to get a standalone Hulk movie? And he goes, well, no, because Universal's being dicks about it.
Yes,
And he's
correct.
like, so instead they brought me in for a meeting and they said, where do you see the Hulk going if he had his own movie? And Mark and, you know, the creators and stuff talked about it. And they're like, perfect, we're just going to split that story up into 3 different movies. And he's like, so screw you, Universal. You could have had a piece of this,
It will
but now
probably
you
just
can't.
be Avengers or Infinity War.
It is, but we knew that. Like, we knew that it had
Yeah.
been split into 3, but it was just funny with Mark Ruffalo sitting there going, like, screw you, like, Universal, you could have had a piece of this, and now you can't, and we're just splitting it into 3 different movies.
Oh.
And the guy's like, so if you just take all the Hulk scenes from Thor Ragnarok and, like, the Infinity War movies, he's like, yeah, you'll get a Hulk movie. Just cut out everything
And
else.
someone will do it
I'd
too.
be
Oh, I know.
I'd be interested to see what Universal's thoughts are. Like they must have been approached by Disney at some point in time, like Sony was.
I'm assuming as soon as
Probably.
Sony got the deal, I'm
Until
assuming Disney
Disney
went
goes
to
and-
everybody else.
Disney goes and buys Universal.
Oh
won't
God,
do that.
let's not talk about that right now.
They won't do that.
That's
Give
a
it
long.
give it a couple of years.
But again, they're making no money off the Hulk. You think if Disney approaches you going, you know, we'll give you X amount of $1 million for the Hulk.
We'll give you Mark Ruffalo to use. We'll do
You
everything.
Or even play it the same way they did with Sony, where it's like, you know, we'll make the movie, you make the money, but, you know, essentially we can just... I feel like they just don't want to put the Hulk in his own movie because it doesn't carry
costs too
that
much.
well.
And also, like Hulk,
And it costs a lot.
a solo Hulk movie can be tricky, but I feel like Marvel has proven themselves to make.
But they already set it up with the leader.
Yeah,
Sort of.
but that reference is so like off the rails. Like people don't understand what that really is. Like we know who that character is.
Yeah, but that's most of the Marvel movies.
You don't know it until you see it. Like the Ant-Man and Wasp movie. You know who that villain is?
some sort of hacker, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She.
she.
It's been gender changed.
But that's what I mean.
See, but
like,
you find out who the villain is, and then you research it and go, oh, okay.
yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, if you add the leader into,
But I think the
yeah, but do you
leaders-
really want to watch that movie is the question.
Yes,
I-
I do.
and do you bring back
You bring
the
you
Abomination?
have
Do you
the
bring back?
muscle.
Well, that's everybody's hoping is the Abomination ends up showing up for Infinity War at some point.
Square off.
That's
Thunderbolts.
Or just you bring back Abomination for 5 seconds. Like someone's like, bring him back for 5 seconds. Just have him get shot down by like.
I was gonna
you
say
know,
he runs up.
No, like any of the
Thanos just like punches his face in. Is like what?
Like General Ross is all like, I'll deal with this and lets Abomination go to solve a problem. And yeah, Thanos is just like, boom.
Next.
Yeah.
Or he turns him.
No.
Well, no.
I doubt that.
I don't want that much Abomination. It would just be nice for him to show up after being gone for.
It'd be a quick
eons.
fight though. If you brought him back for that, quick Hulk. Abomination.
But then it also
fight.
sets up Thunderbolt stuff.
Yep.
Like just a little inkling of Thunderbolt stuff, where General Ross is all
But
like,
Abomination.
I will handle this stuff.
Yeah, and they have talked about MCU movies past 2020 already, that they have dates for them.
Well, they did,
and
yeah.
like you said, they're not ready to announce that after we see what's
Well,
coming down the pipeline.
Because we have to see who dies and
who dies, who
doesn't
lives,
die.
or who gets introduced.
Yeah.
That was the second part to this kind of, was they announced 7 dates.
Yeah.
Sure.
Up till 2022.
Right.
Yeah.
Dates is
Like I said-
Figure Black Panther sequel, Spider-Man somewhere in there.
like the next time we see
Guardians.
Kevin Feige will be
Yeah.
on that stage again where he had that giant timeline.
Yeah.
And they'll talk about those dates again.
probably another Ant-Man movie.
I'd say more Doctor
they
Strange.
They like to do the trilogies.
I'd like to see another Doctor Strange more so.
Doctor
than-
Strange would be a good one.
There's a lot of room for that one.
Well, it
For him to
depends.
do.
Maybe
Well,
Doctor
with
Strange
Ant-Man, though,
dies.
you finish it.
I
up,
don't
so-
think Doctor Strange dies.
Maybe they all die. Maybe this is the
I
actual
think
end.
they all. Well, there is a comic where they all die, and Cap's last one standing and saying, "Bring it on."
I get that too. And then if someone gets
Time Stone.
yeah, and then someone gets a stupid
Or Soul
One
Stone.
of the good guys gets the Infinity Gauntlet. Is all like, ah!
Tony.
Yeah. It has to. You know what? In this universe, it has to be Tony.
You think? You
He's
think
the
so?
He's the tech guy.
It doesn't matter. It
I'm rooting
started
f-
with him. That's how it's gonna.
I'm kind of rooting
Or
for
Star-Lord.
Black Panther, because he does wear it in the comics.
Everybody wears it.
Everybody
I
has
bet
worn it.
I'm rooting for Black
Santa
Panther.
Claus has worn it.
Yeah, that's true. But Santa
Turns
doesn't.
evil.
I'm just
Chris-
if you're gonna have that
Krampus turns into
one man
Krampus.
standing thing after this long, I think you give it to Robert Downey Jr.
You think so?
I
Just
think they'll
because
go
he
with
was-
the Cap thing, and they'll have Cap just stand there saying, "Bring it on." I'm the last one.
Yeah, because that's a
As
pretty
long as I
iconic.
stand, the Avengers are not gonna.
That's a really
die.
iconic sequence in the comics, like him and Thanos standing toe to toe. Like let's do this.
Yeah, but they do that with Cap all. They even did that
But I
in the
think
Ultimate
but-
comics.
I think they built Cap up to do that, though.
We'll see.
We're not. Why are we calling him Cap? He's not Cap right now. He's the Nomad. Come on.
No, he could be. Well, he doesn't call himself Nomad yet.
He will be.
We don't know that. He doesn't wear the star anymore. He's not Captain America.
No, he doesn't have the little A on his shoulder.
And his shield is not even.
He doesn't have
They
a
released
he-
Lego.
Spoilers. Spoilers. I didn't read anything. I just watched the.
They don't. All they did was release a lot of Lego stuff.
Yeah, apparently.
Lego's got all the spoilers.
Yeah. Just look at
Lego's
the toys.
Lego's the worst for spoiling movies.
Any toy.
No, mostly Lego because
Lego's
a
really
lot of
bad.
their Lego sets are designed around scenes.
Set
Yeah.
pieces.
So it's even or set
I,
pieces. It's
I know
even
the
like-
Ant-Man sequence with Giant Man in Civil War was spoiled way.
by Lego. But even like we know in the Solo movie, we're going to see the Kessel Run thanks to Lego.
I think we.
I
already
feel like
knew
though
that.
we'd have to see that. That's how he gets
Most
it.
people figured, but Lego just confirmed because there's a set that's Lego or Kessel Run something. And
with
you're
the
like,
tentacles coming.
I have no idea what
We
the
don't.
fuck it is.
We don't know what a Kessel Run is.
I don't know what I don't know what
That's what
the
the
Kessel.
Kessel
We'll
Run
find
is.
out.
Yeah, the dodge past.
We'll
tentacles.
find out soon enough. Maybe it's them being chased by the.
A Kessel.
Maybe.
Yes.
Whatever
Yes.
a Kessel is.
Absolutely. Moving on.
Then we'll learn what a parsec is as well.
It's a measure of.
A minute.
No, it's a
It's
measure,
a measure
of
of distance.
Is it?
Yes.
For real.
They got it wrong in the movies.
No.
Right? Wrong.
The way they phrase it, it seems like it's time.
But and then people started looking into it because it's distance. So the trick is if you can make the Kessel Run in the shortest distance. It's not actually like a track you have to finish. It's how can you get there in the shortest distance.
Meanwhile, George Lucas is like, yes, that's exactly what I meant.
Because one of them would essentially be like, if it had to take you through an asteroid field, no one's going to go through an asteroid field because that's just
Or
insanity.
a bunch of tentacles.
Or a bunch, yes. And Han Solo's,
An idiot.
crazy and stupid enough to...
Cocky enough.
Yeah, to do
and
that.
The best part
Yes.
Either way,
Let's
moving
move
on
it
to
on.
the next.
Move
Wreck-It
on.
Ralph 2
Their
trailer,
trailer.
dropped this week.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's incredible.
Going to the internet.
The party gets the pancake. It's like pop. Just a pop. Just a pop.
Yeah,
Just a pop.
Oh, the child's reaction at the end. Right. Pop.
Moana just gets scarred.
What?
It's
text
a
messages. I do not. First, you know who I'm talking to.
I don't know. Yes. I agree.
Anywho.
I agree.
The pop-up ads on the internet. That was a good one. Where they're walking and it's like...
We win this!
Ooh!
These 9 child stars went to prison. The
Yeah.
6th one will scare you.
Yeah.
Or surprise you. It's like, ooh, interesting. I feel like that would be just one extended scene of like Ralph like clicking pop.
Yes,
like,
they just keep pod growing.
what
and
is
growing and
this
growing.
place? I love that the fact that the first sort of reveal, like the poster, had fake internet websites, but now that they've actually done more to the movie, there's actually full on eBay, there's full on IMDb, National Geographic.
Well, because they actually got real
Right.
licensing at this point.
Right, because the first poster had like fake.
This movie's
like,
paying for itself in just advertising.
Pretty
it.
much.
Yeah.
if you think about what happened with the first one, it's like, oh yeah, Nintendo and Sega. Here's all of our characters. Just do something with them, and what those characters would do.
Yeah.
Exactly what eBay would be like. That's exactly what I think eBay would
yeah.
feel like. Giant monolith building with just tons and tons of garbage for sale, like Aladdin's magical lamp.
The thing I am absolutely, and I know the scene, like they announced it ages ago, but the one where
Disney
they have the
Princess?
Disney Princess,
I'm
like
looking
the blog
forward-
one where they have all of the voices
I'm looking
that are
alive.
well,
I think they got most.
young enough to still do their voices. Because, like, there's a couple of them that just can't anymore, but
Yeah.
because they're 90.
But they've got
Or
like Elsa,
not
Anna,
alive.
Moana.
They still have the lady from The Little Mermaid. They've got.
I think they got Ming for Mulan,
Yeah.
which is blows my mind.
she
'cause
still does it for all the stuff. Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts, anything that involves Mulan, Disney Infinity, she does the voice.
Yeah.
Like,
that throws me for a loop.
once
I'm
you're a
like,
Disney princess, I'm pretty sure it's in your contract that it's like we call you,
You
you show
better
up.
do it. Yeah.
I don't think she'd have an issue with that. She's already like.
But I don't think most of them do. I think all of them have a good enough experience where they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Disney princess sequence. Even if it's only like a brief bit, it's gonna be still funny.
The fact that there's that many jokes going on, like the fact
Pretty
that it's,
busy.
well, the fact that there's what, like 13 or 14 of them that are going to be on screen at the same time with all of them like chatting back and forth. I'm like, even
Princess
if it
sleepover
lasts
party.
even if it lasts 13 seconds, it'll be hilarious. Like or 30 seconds, it'll be hilarious. So
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that entire film.
yeah, yeah.
I think we
that'll be
all
good.
are. I think we all are.
And
I'm
everybody's
kind of curious as to why an arcade has to get Wi-Fi in that.
A lot of he's getting the computer set up.
No,
Yeah, he's
he brought a Wi-Fi.
Yes, because
thing
he's
in.
setting his computer
because he's
up.
setting his computer up for the internet.
And I'm
Because that's
assuming
what he goes to at the very end. There is his,
And I'm
his
assu-
like 8,000-year-old Apple IIe.
and I'm
somehow
assuming
gets
in
the
some
internet
sort of
on
like
it.
hijinks, Penelope tricks Ralph in going through the power hub to the wireless router, and they get sent to the internet.
Well, it's
Well,
probably
they see Wi-Fi shit. It's like, well, what's Wi-Fi or whatever, you know? And it's
Wi-Fi?
yeah.
Wi-Fi.
And I'm assuming.
Well, she probably says, "I'm gonna go anyway," so
Yeah.
either you're following me or
Right.
I'm going on my own.
Because it's like if I die out
and
there,
I bet you like they all visit each other's stuff now. That it's
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they were doing it anyways before. Like they went to the tavern. They went to the
Yeah.
know, like they went to each other's stuff. They just couldn't die in each other's games. That
Yeah.
was always the
The
stipulation.
issue. Yeah, the issue.
So yeah, I'm assuming that's like a part of
And that would
Penelope
be
tricking
another-
Ralph to go to the internet.
That'll be
don't know.
another thing is what happens when you die on the internet.
I don't know. I don't
We'll
know.
find out. I'm sure that'll be a moral conundrum somewhere. Maybe you don't die.
In the Wi-Fi.
Maybe
Although
as soon as you go onto the internet, you can't die.
the bunny
Because you're
definitely
always
did not
alive.
die because it died in its own game. So technically,
But
more
it shouldn't-
pancakes.
But it shouldn't have been fed that much pancakes.
More pancakes.
I wonder if that would actually happen though, if you actually fed it.
I'm sure someone's like hard at work
Everything.
and making an app right now to simulate that.
Oh yeah, don't you
What
fret.
was it, the other one? Ice cream.
Milkshakes.
Milkshakes.
I'm sure someone is hard at work and making a giant like
Milkshakes.
bunny
Milkshakes.
that just expands the more you feed it.
Oh, don't you fret. Disney's probably already got the app like copyrighted
Oh,
and ready to
yeah.
go. They know what they're doing.
Someone made a joke about about that sequence in Pokemon with Pokemon Go. When you have a Pokemon in a gym and you feed it a berry, there's a 1% chance you get a candy in
It
return.
explodes.
Oh no, you get a candy in return.
okay.
So it's like, oh, what it's like to feed a rare Pokemon in a gym berries. Feed it, just feed it.
Till it explodes.
Yes, give me all your insides. Yes.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go see what the dog needs, but then I'll be back.
Outside.
Okay.
I'm assuming outside.
We'll jump to the next thing,
Yes.
We'll jump.
which is a Tony thing, anyways.
What is the Tony thing?
Ghostbusters?
So Ghostbusters is making an augmented reality game.
Yes.
called Ghostbusters World.
Very similar to Pokemon Go.
So, oddly specifically similar to Pokemon Go, another augmented reality real world game. The difference between this one and the Harry Potter one is that they actually have a little bit of footage to finally show about it.
Yeah.
And from the 6 seconds that they showed of them trying to catch Slimer, looks like a ghost.
Slimer?
Yeah.
You said Slimer.
Yeah.
Slimer.
That's what I said. He said Slimer.
Are we all saying the same words?
I feel like we're all saying the same
He said
word.
A, not an I.
Hey, Slimer.
I heard
Slimer.
Slimer.
Whatever.
Slimer.
Anyways.
So the 6 second footage shows basically you with the proton pack and the gun catching a Slimer and then throwing a trap out to basically catch.
Yeah.
It's like it's basically Pokemon Go, but with Ghostbusters. I feel like this is a good... Ghostbusters is a really good franchise to do that with because you can always write in like, oh, there's ghosts everywhere.
Yes,
go be a Ghostbuster and go catch them in the real world.
You could do that with like Digimon too if you really wanted.
I don't know a lot about
Don't
Digimon.
catch Digimon, man.
I don't know much about
Partner
Digimon.
with Digimon.
Yeah. If anything, Harry Potter would be the next like closest.
What would you do with that?
Fantastic Beasts. Have you not watched that film?
There's only
Yeah,
so
but
many
there's only
Fantastic Beasts.
And there's only so many wizards who actually can capture them. Otherwise, there'd be no beasts out there.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of beasts.
Only Newt.
Either way, so
I'm
not sure.
I'm trying to think of games now that you can catch things.
This one is not being developed.
Monster Hunter.
This one's not being developed. The Ghostbusters one is not being developed by Niantic. It's being literally, I think it's like some offshoot studio which is doing it. So we'll see how the maps integration is. Lately, Pokemon Go has been really good with its back end. So the maps have been really been accurate. Roger's Place is in Pokemon Go now. Like you see
time.
You see the little loop there,
The
oil drop, you mean?
or Roger's face. I'll show you later.
the only way, like, and I mean, for me, this game does absolutely nothing because.
I'm falling out of Pokemon Go, so.
Well, I was just gonna say
I will give it a shot.
I have Pokemon Go. I already don't play.
My battery dies too fast. That's what the problem is.
You still need to get that swapped out, hey?
Wow, I'm not in no rush. It still lasts a day.
Okay. Yeah.
So
But-
until it lasts like a few hours.
But
I'm interested. I will give this game a shot. Whatever
I
it is.
don't need any more of these games.
I
Yeah,
think-
Timbits.
Yes.
We are Canadian, eh? That commercial's like 8 billion years old now.
Which one?
Which one?
I am Canadian.
What?
The beer one?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I was recently watching one where the Americans were making fun of accent and everything they say.
Yeah, well, we make fun of their accent too. Their Brooklyn accent is really strong.
No, it's the New Jersey accent
the New
that we
Jersey
make fun
accent?
of.
And the Texas one.
Yeah. Either way,
But yeah,
I don't see
augmented
this.
reality games are
The only
popping
advantage
up.
to this game is if it's actually good.
Well, we'll have to see.
It provides some kind of
I don't know.
6
competition
seconds-
for you, New Jersey.
6 seconds of footage doesn't equate to anything.
No, but my only thing is if it's decent, at least to provide some competition to
Niantic.
Niantic and doing their stuff. So, and that's the thing is then Niantic has to make sure they're stepping up with everything they
it's
do.
one of the few that you can catch stuff. I'm still trying to think of more.
Yes.
Oh, like having a reason to search the world for things.
Ghostbusters because there's ghosts everywhere. Pokemon because there's Pokemon everywhere.
I'm not sure. And you said I've never watched Digimon.
No, Digimon, it's a partner thing.
So
You get one.
You can't do Yu-Gi-Oh because that's a card thing.
No, you can't do Yu-Gi. Yeah, you're right. Maybe Magic the Gathering, but
No.
I feel like MTG and Wizards has better things to do with their time.
No, I don't know. But that's
Dragon Ball. Go find the
How
Dragon
would you-
Balls.
No. Yeah, but there's only 7.
And then you, I don't know, have to
find
fight.
your own personal Dragon
9.
Ball. I don't know. No, 7.
Yeah, there's only 7.
Seven, you only
There's only
have
7.
seven.
You only have 7. I don't know. Did some sort of like Disney thing, maybe a Marvel thing. I could see Marvel trying to get into that. At some point they've been writing like there's some R&D like how can we get on this augmented reality game even if we're not going to really do it. Put some ideas on the board.
Yeah, but watching their app track record, we would have seen it already because holy smoke, some of the stuff they've released is...
But I feel like that if they did it, they would do it in-house, not like Marvel Future Fight or any of those like free-to-play games.
Rabbits?
No, let's
You
not.
catch the rabbits?
Yeah, that's it. We
And
finally
then-
figured it
A
out.
Nintendo-based
I'm just trying to look through your games and see if I can get...
Transformers. Silent Hill.
No. Reasonable stuff. Come on, Tony.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Prince of Persia.
Collect rings.
Mario Kart.
I don't
Oh wait.
know.
Oh wait. Hold on.
Hopefully
That
it's
is coming.
Hopefully it's some competition.
Yes, it's that's what it basically is.
Because really,
amounts
Pokemon
to.
has the market.
Yes, Pokemon. I think
By
there's
the
another one
throat.
like it's called Dragarious Go or something like that. It's not.
Yeah, but that's not an IP that people are like, oh yeah, cool. At least Ghostbusters has
Luigi.
Ghostbusters behind it.
Luigi's Ghost Busting.
Yes. The vacuum.
10 out of 10.
Nintendo's just like, we'll take the same game the Ghostbusters people are.
We'll just wait until they
Use
split
change it into a vacuum.
We already have our assets, so we don't have to. we'll just up-res them some more for the phone. We're good.
We got this, guys.
Ghost. They have it. Our Luigi's
Done.
Mansion arcade game. So
That's true.
Done. Right there.
yes, Luigi's Mansion Go. Luigi's Ghost Go.
Luigi Go.
Luigi Go. But yeah, that's my only thing with this game is it will provide some competition to
Yeah, because
Pokemon Go.
I
And if they can get it to work better in like rural areas and smaller
yeah, because
places,
Pokemon Go is still very
still pretty,
urban.
It's still pretty crap for
That's
people.
self-service though. That's
No. It's for
location.
because a lot of the times it's based off Pokestops and gyms that you just don't have out here. Even like you have what 2 or 3 stops.
the church.
The church over there.
You have church like
Church
two,
over there.
2 stops maybe.
There's a sign over there. Like there's enough once you walk,
Yeah, but that's about it.
but I have to walk.
Whereas somewhere where I live, I can literally walk 5 steps and be like, okay, cool, I've got this. And then
Yeah.
another 5 steps, there's
Because that's the people that like rural areas are having a
Population.
problem is
Yeah.
because they're like, I have one Pokestop that's the next town over.
Mm-hmm.
So to get Pokeballs, I have to drive to the next town over, spin the thing, collect my Pokeballs and stuff, wait 5 minutes, spin it again. Like,
It's incentive to build stuff in your town.
yeah,
And I know
no town is like we should build bigger things to attract Pokemon Go stops. That's
to give Niantic credit, they have
have a
been
raid
putting
boss
up
there.
more stops lately.
they've been doing better.
They've been putting up a lot of gyms and stops and
But there's only so many you can put in a small town
That's
without
right.
it being like, well, why isn't this manhole cover a Pokemon stop?
yeah,
Like,
You put a raid there, and you'll have tons of people come.
you will actually. You actually would.
but that's my thing is if they can actually get the rural community, because again, ghosts can legitimately be
Everywhere.
everywhere.
And as long as you're not dependent on having landmarks,
Yeah.
like unfortunately that's how Niantic builds their games.
Right.
It's
It's
landmark
landmark
based.
based.
So for them, that's how they go,
Yep.
and that's how we're gonna see Harry Potter, the Wizards game that
Game.
they're doing. That's gonna also be part of that as well. Yes.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
agree. I
It's
agree.
true.
I'd put up
Everybody would be here.
I
We'd
would
somehow
put-
have to get a picture of
that.
this wall though, but have it look like that wall that you're seeing,
I would put
because
I would put a lure up on it all the time.
they're a little bit different.
Because you're here all the time.
Yes, I would.
Because they're a little bit different,
A little bit.
just a tad.
Your experience may vary.
If you're actually here.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I don't think there's a date for it, but
No, I don't think they
that's
released it.
that's definitely worth.
It's still early, I think.
It's
Well, again, a 6-second video of a Slimer being caught is.
I will say they have showed off more than the Harry Potter one.
Yes.
Which is surprising to me. Maybe they're further along in development.
Who's Harry Pottering? Is that Niantic again?
Yeah, well, it's Niantic providing the back end.
Oh, okay.
It's Warner Brothers custom, small studio that is making the actual game. So it's Niantic is not developing it; they're just providing the map data.
I don't know.
Yeah, well.
We shall see what that Harry Potter one looks like too.
Anywho.
Competition. Moving on.
Yes, you guys know more about this than
All
I
right,
do.
so MoviePass.
Okay, so if you're not aware of what MoviePass
Great
is,
thing.
it's kind of like a Netflix but for film or going to theaters.
It is a card.
You say I want to go see a movie. It loads it with exactly the amount of money that you need for a film, and then you just basically.
It's a
Go,
weird.
right.
I don't know how it all works.
I thought
'cause
that's
this
how
is-
it works.
No, this is
'Cause you
where
have
it's
to read-
getting into weird.
Because you need to pre-register which ticket you're going to, and then they'll automatically load specifically. Oh, you'll need like $10.
Oh, see, and it's getting to the point where it's getting really wonky with a lot of things. So for $10 a month, you get pretty much you can go
Any
to
movie.
any movie you want to go see.
And then as long as the theater supports it.
As long as the theater sports movie pass. One of the problems they've been facing recently is the new Jennifer Lawrence movie.
Red Sparrow?
Yes, you can't get tickets to using your movie pass
Pourquoi?
because
Is that a studio thing blocking it?
no, apparently it's the movie theater saying you can't go see this brand new movie with your movie
Maybe they're
pass.
trying to save you because
I've heard some.
I've heard reviews on this thing. And
I don't think that would be part of the reason why.
Yeah, they're like, it didn't do well. You don't want to see this. Just don't.
We're saving you the
Again,
trouble.
I'm paying $10 a month. I will see all the movies I want to
Pretty
see.
much.
Yeah.
They've also added a stipulation that you must watch the entire film.
How would they record that?
Yes.
How would they? Yeah. Are the cards
Essentially-
they might be monitoring your GPS.
Well, no. Essentially, it's more
turn
of
off your
a
location when
yeah.
you get into the film?
Essentially, it's
But
you
you might
can't
need to
go
go
to a movie and then halfway through be like, and then walk out and go see another and be like, I.
But
want
you
to
only
see
get
for-
one. I think you only get one today, don't you?
I have no idea. Well, no, because that's where another problem is people are buying multiple tickets on one card, which is why they've gotten fraudulent claims.
Yeah.
People have been adding gift cards, like buying gift cards with their MoviePass card.
Which is free, essentially.
So that's the thing. I don't know how the MoviePass thing actually works.
So my understanding of how MoviePass is, it's just a glorified debit card.
Right.
It's a glorified debit card. So when you say I'm going to go to a specific movie, for example, Red Sparrow, I'm not saying that
Sure.
they're going to let you watch it. They'll say, here's $10 to go watch a film. Go to the theater. Use this $10 to buy specifically this ticket, or if you want popcorn or whatever, you have to cover that yourself.
Yes.
But that's what that is supposed to be for.
See, but then I don't know how people are pulling this move, but people are buying. I'm not sure if it's when you buy the ticket, there's a certain code they have to put in because people are doing, when my wife and I go to films and we use our points, we can get popcorn and pop with our movie ticket. People are doing that with their MoviePass. When they're buying their ticket, they're buying the combo with their ticket, so they're getting concession stuff with their ticket and using their MoviePass to pay for all of it. So they're not even buying popcorn or pop. They're just
See, this is where because people are taking advantage of the system, they're going to have to set rules up.
Oh, and they've been changing the rules constantly since this thing came
You
out.
almost have to go. You're only allowed one ticket per day.
I was under the impression
You're not allowed to buy popcorn or not with these MoviePass.
But you're not supposed to. That's already part of the rules.
But
And the
people
thing
are
is,
still doing
it's
it.
so...
Oh, yes.
It's because it's a third party managing these movie tickets things. It's not the theaters doing it. It's very difficult to manage. So if it was AMC's own debit card or whatever like that, they could totally be like, this card can't... You can only purchase tickets with this card.
Well, it's because I have my scene points.
Yeah.
I can only do so much with my scene points.
Correct.
I cannot go and buy...
But because this is MoviePass, which is a separate entity from AMC...
It's its own thing with its own investors and all of its own stuff. And that's their problem right now is...
And of course the movie theaters are... No, we're not going to partner with you to make sure things are going your way.
This will make the movie theaters think
Well,
twice.
the movie theater's getting paid.
Yes, they are. But they're not going to work...
They don't care.
They really don't care, but
they don't care.
But I think at the end of the day, though, if MoviePass goes up to the AMC theaters or whatever theaters, it's like, hey, can we strike a deal with you guys to, make sure that you monitor what tickets are being purchased? I don't think AMC would be like, I don't think they would go for that. I think
it's a lot. It's a lot of extra work for them.
It's extra work. It's something that they see that they could manage themselves. And besides, they're not really big fans of MoviePass in the first place.
Right.
So
now one of the rules that they're starting to try out with specific people is you have to take a picture of your ticket stub and send it to MoviePass because they are bleeding money. For whatever reason, the people who started MoviePass did not think that they would have 1.5 million subscribers this quickly.
Well, then they're taking advantage, and then you got people taking advantage of the system.
What they really should
But they really weren't expecting 1.5. That was their biggest problem.
What they really should have done, and this sounds really bad in doing this, but they should have stopped signups.
They should have.
They should have stopped signups at 500,000 or whatever.
Yep.
Just be like, we are testing this out with a small group. Sign up here to know when we're going to release more subscriptions.
They should be bringing this to Canada.
Also, that's a whole separate argument.
Well, so here's the problem. You charge $10 a month.
That's US. It's about 15 here.
Still, $15 a month for any amount of movies I want to see in that month with that card.
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to get a bajillion people buying this thing. A ticket itself is $15.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they would charge, if they brought it up in Canada, it would be easily $30 a month.
but it should be.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, but movie
Charge
theaters
more,
are
yeah.
expensive. Charge more.
Yeah.
Then you won't have this problem. Oh, and that was one other lady had a complaint. Somehow she got a special offer that she didn't actually accept, but she got charged $115 from MoviePass.
What was the special offer?
I have no idea. She didn't even know.
Oh.
Sure.
Yes.
So that's my thing. Is like you sit there going,
I'd be willing to pay 30.
I think
if you go to see enough movies, it's
Yeah.
totally worth it.
I feel
if
like
you're giving me an option to see free movies.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I mean, free.
$30 for
it's a Netflix.
see whatever I want.
Correct.
I would see it. I see it more of as a PlayStation Plus subscription. It's like free games per month, but you still give us $70 a year or $80 a year. Kind of
Right,
thing.
but again, if you see enough movies,
I-
at $30, even if you saw 2 movies a month, you're good. You break even.
Right.
See
Yeah.
3 movies, you're
You can even
you're in
hell,
the profit zone.
Hell, you can watch the same movie again if it's good enough.
Sure. But that's where
Okay.
they're having problems. Is
You
people are
watch your
like,
Black Panther over and over again.
well, but then see, and that's where they're running into problems. Is there's you who's like, man, Black Panther was good. You get out of Black Panther,
Signing up for another ticket like right
yeah,
away.
and you're like, I will
Okay.
go see Black Panther again.
Again? This is your third time today.
Yeah. MoviePass is like, can you stop seeing this movie, please?
No.
No.
But that's where you limit them one a day.
Sure, one a day.
I
And
al-
if people want to start an extra subscription,
Then they can charge it.
then that's fine.
And they
You
can
just
even
pay more money.
And they should adopt the Netflix model where it's like if it's a family pass, they could
Sure.
offer it at a little bit
Yep.
more, but you can have 4 tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's my, like, or again, like I'm sitting there going, why are you charging $10 a month if you expect it to grow slowly?
Yeah.
Charge more.
Charge more, stop signups.
And then, yeah,
They
stop
would-
sign
You
up.
would stop
Because-
people from signing up.
No. Like they need to they need to watch where their
Well,
money
because
is going right
they're
now.
losing.
Yeah.
They are, like, everything I've read today was they
Getting
were
more people to subscribe.
bleeding money.
Getting more people to subscribe is not the issue. Like,
Yeah.
MoviePass, people know what MoviePass is. I think stopping signups and getting that sort of mentality of like, oh, I need to get onto the wait list to get onto this program.
Yeah.
We'll show investors like there's this many people that still want to get onto this program, but we need to figure out here. Can you give us more money to fix this problem right now, and then we'll trickle people into.
I wouldn't
program.
stop it. I think you just charge more.
I think you just start charging more.
At this point, you have to charge.
First of all, you have people stop wanting to do the subscription because it's so much,
Right.
and that will just take care of itself, really.
How much is a movie ticket in America, anyways?
Depends on which movie theater you go to.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
'Cause unlike
it's not,
us,
we only have Cineplex, basically.
We have Cineplex now, pretty much.
Cineplex and Landmark. Those are the only two.
And
Plus,
no one knows Landmark.
And they can't
Princess
buy it,
Theaters.
because they can't buy it Landmark, because then you're having a monopoly.
Right.
yeah, Canada's weird.
Hey man, a monopoly means you own everything. If there's one other thing that's kind of competition,
Princess Theater.
It counts. Princess doesn't count.
Or those privately owned movie
That's
theaters.
My
Princess.
backyard.
Yeah.
My backyard.
We have Regal. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we
yeah.
have. Yeah, so yeah. Like I know I've been to the AMC theaters. and all
AMC
that
is the
stuff.
big one,
And
isn't
how
it?
much do they cost?
Yes.
I think it was $10 a ticket. Like it was like
But then
it was
transfer that over to Canadian, it's a little more.
right, but $10.
But you also have to look into the legalities of that too, like having a business like that. There's a reason why it took so long for Canada to get Netflix.
Well, that's just distribution rights and all
Well,
that.
it is distribution rights, but it's very
course.
similar
Yeah.
to that. Universities.
Oh,
Varsity.
really?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Varsity. Yeah, I remember that.
Cool.
That's a magazine. It's,
Our universities get in trouble for showing movies, apparently.
did we get? Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't get in trouble. They got told after we left. The movie nights that like
The cool.
that we popularized because we showed good movies. They weren't allowed to do them after we left.
Why?
Canada's Netflix is better than.
Oh, that's
They
debatable.
have some stuff that I would like to have.
They have all
Oh.
of the Flash.
Flash, Arrow.
No,
Yeah.
I concur.
No,
I
I would
prefer
like
ours.
Flash, Arrow.
Why not
I
just
would have
have
that
all of
universe,
it?
not just Supergirl.
Why not all of it?
100 times better. I'm with you.
Eh.
I'm with you.
I think we have all of Brooklyn Nine-Nine minus the latest season, right?
Minus the yeah,
So-
because it's not even done yet.
Yeah.
Coming back March 5th or March 18th.
Yeah, I saw some set pictures of them. They're having fun.
Apparently, we have Lord of the Rings on ours.
We don't have all of it.
I own them. See, movies, it's hard to grab me with the movies because I usually just.
We don't have
them
all
already.
of Lord of the Rings. I think we just have the first one. We don't have Two Towers or Return of the King. Or else I would be already watching them.
I own them.
I do too.
I don't need to go on Netflix to.
Everybody
do
owns
that.
those movies. Let's
I
be
own
fair.
them.
But yes.
So yeah, MoviePass is in some hot water.
We have all of the extended editions, Tony.
Do we really?
And Tony's out.
BB, BRB. BRB, 13 hours later. Harry, I need 2 more.
Apparently, I've lied to you. The Two Towers extended. The Return of the King extended.
No Fellowship of the Ring.
We
for
do
me,
not have the Fellowship.
Netflix.
See, I told you, it's super weird.
Netflix for me with movies is just if I haven't seen it and I'm humming and hawing about buying it.
Huh?
What?
It's the only reason why I watch movies on Netflix is if I'm humming and hawing about buying it.
Oh no, there are only very specific movies that if Disney releases them or Marvel releases them, which
They have Fellowship of the Rings, but we see if we
They're
just
trying to get you hooked.
if we combine all of our Netflix licenses together, we'll have one working proper Netflix distribution.
Yes, they should do that.
All right.
I've tried watching Bleach in Spanish. It's not fun. When I was in Mexico, I loved
Combined countries. Sure.
I don't know if I want to combine with this state.
We'll absorb you.
it. Yeah, we'll take
You
it.
can all become.
You can
canon.
all be
And,
sorry.
And poutine. And Putin.
You stole my line.
Sorry.
Then you'll all
Sorry.
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 Anywho.
Either way, yeah, this MoviePass thing. And then apparently, okay.
Trump is
Okay.
no. We're good.
But apparently, MoviePass also doesn't have a customer service line of any kind.
Well, that's your first problem. There's
There's another
your problem. There's another problem. There's a problem
So
right
one
there.
lady-
That costs money though.
One lady complained, and
There's no one to complain to.
well, no, she saw like one movie and her MoviePass app stopped working or something like that.
Sure.
And someone on Twitter replied like, "Well, you got to see one movie. Like, what's the problem?"
From the movie pass
Customer
people.
service.
From the movie pass people.
You got your $10.
I don't know if it was from the MoviePass people or someone else on the internet. Just like, well, you got one movie out of it. What's your problem? And it's like, I paid for a MoviePass to see more movies than one.
You're paying for it essentially, right there.
Well, that's what they said. They're like, you got to see a movie for $10.
That's not
like,
the problem. I want to see at least 2.
Right. So I don't know. Like MoviePass has a lot of weird.
Maybe
issues.
we'll be
Maybe-
expecting MoviePass to be dropping out of business soon.
And they might, because they might just run out of money.
I think even if they just went, okay, we're calling it, it's done, and then take time to kind of set up a proper system.
Yeah, I feel
Call it something else.
from
set up
my
a proper
experience,
system.
it feels like they jumped into this whole movie pass thing right off the get-go.
They've jumped in way too fast without much of a plan. And honestly, if you're trying to get investors at this point, what are you going to say? Like, hey, would you like to invest in this company where we pay for people to go see movies?
Yeah.
Well, how do we make money back?
We don't know.
Maybe that's the same guys who are investing into HQ. They give out $2,500 a day.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
In my mind, though, there's
On
hidden subliminal like,
Sunday-
advertisements
I'm still thinking.
inside
Sunday
there.
they're giving away $50,000.
It's okay. Apparently, Ken Jennings is making a fortune off of HQ.
Oh, okay.
The rich just get richer.
The Jeopardy guy?
Yeah.
Because he's down
Well-
with trivia, and there's
well,
no
yeah,
way
he-
to stop him from winning every day.
The rich get
Yeah.
richer.
And I'm sorry, like if you know that stuff, it's easy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't know anything past the 3rd or 4th question.
Yeah, apparently, like, Ken Jennings is making an absolute killing on HQ, because
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
he can just make his... So it's all these, like,
Why am I
crazy
going on
trivia guys. that-
Why am I going on to Jeopardy?
When I can sit on my couch and legitimately make, like, yeah.
I only make like $50
Like,
a day, but that's a
play
day.
Play 2 times a day and I make money.
Yeah.
Well, and then on Sunday, he can make a decent amount of money.
Yeah,
and-
because usually Sunday is like
The
$15 to $50,000 because it's the Oscar this weekend, right?
Yeah.
So they're making...
Oscar questions.
No, it's not
No.
Oscar.
Do it.
That's nope. It is not Oscar-themed questions. There will be Oscar-themed jokes.
And Scott Rogowski will totally have like a fake Oscar with him. I
Yeah.
guarantee he will have a fake
But then
Oscar.
the questions will ask about,
which state sells the most pie?
California.
Wisconsin.
Or Washington. And then it's none of them.
Research.
And then, well, you have 10 seconds to research it. 5 if you
Okay,
just
research
finish.
it now.
I still laughed the one HQ that I have done because it was one of those big ones, and I'm like, well, that's an awful lot of money. Maybe I'll throw
Give
my
it a
hat
shot.
in the ring. California for the win. I like
See?
California. Can we just absorb you as another province?
That'd be great.
I'll
Yeah.
take California as a province. You know what? The entire West Coast. We'll just
Yeah, I was gonna say I want Seattle.
yeah, we'll just
I'll take Seattle.
suck up the West Coast as another province.
Yay, Portland! Yay, Seattle!
I'm glad you've agreed.
Yay, Washington!
We'll let Trudeau know. But either way, like I hopped on and they asked a question about the Pledge of Allegiance, and all these Canadians started complaining, and I'm like, go watch Christmas Vacation because I got the question right.
I still
Just go watch movies.
I still laugh. Like the 10th question on one of the games one night was, it's supposed to be a fairly difficult. If you make it up to like 9, 10, it's not easy.
What does it go up to again?
12. Usually it's 12 questions. But the 10th question was, which of these actors is the youngest actor to play Spider-Man? I'm like, I hate this game. And I got knocked out on like question 3.
Right.
I'm like, why is this? This is not a hard question. And everyone guessed Tobey Maguire. I'm like,
well, because he did it so long ago.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he was still like 30 when it happened. So
I'm like, what?
The answer is clearly Ben Affleck.
Yes.
Yeah, always Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Munch.
Mm-hmm. Yes, correct.
Shania Twain.
Keira Knightley. She's got range. She can swing.
Iowa is apparently the most famous for pies. Thanks, man.
Oh, there you go. Now we know.
There we go.
Thanks for
Now we know that question for HQ trivia if they ever ask it. You're welcome.
Well, you'll know because I don't play anymore. But
I play like once or twice a week.
I have it downloaded. I've never played it.
I get the notifications, but that's
usually I get knocked out on the third question. And go, yep, nope, goodbye.
yeah. So either way, that's the news that we kind of drummed up this week.
Yeah, it's a slow news week.
Slow news week.
Just little other bits and pieces here with that not entirely newsworthy, but not you don't want to really whole bring up. Everyone knows my thoughts and opinions of Metal Gear Survive. I'm not going to beat that with a dead horse.
I thought I brought it up last week.
Survive?
Slow news
I
week.
thought I did.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Well, the fact that you have to pay $10 to save.
Yeah, I think
an
we
additional
brought that
care.
up. I'm not sure if we brought it up on the stream or just we were talking about it. And Ryan's like, "What?" And it's like, "Yeah, $10. Want a new save slot?" Because and you were like, "I only need one."
Yes, I may have mentioned it after.
Which is not a bad thing, but the fact that everything else requires in-game purchases is just ridiculous.
So this game is going to bomb then.
It's
It
already
already
bombing.
has.
It's already
It will be the
bombing.
biggest disappointment of 2018.
On the week that it came out, it only made 8th in the whatever NPD sales for that.
Biggest disappointment of 2018?
I'm already giving it to it. Yeah, oh yeah. It's up there.
I have
It's
my
real-
pick already too.
It's up there.
Something has to beat it.
There, that's the one that I read. Metal Gear Survive launches with 92% less players than Metal Gear Solid 5 on Steam.
And I think its concurrent players is like 4,000. Like at once. Most people playing at once is 4,000. For an online game.
Because they did the beta and
For an online multiplayer game, you only have 4,000.
With Metal Gear Solid in the title, like I'm sorry, but
that's a big thing right there.
that's a big name. But again, you don't have
Kojima
anymore. So
You don't have Kojima on it. You're using like if this game launched with just the word survive and was a survival based game where you find resources and watch numbers go down, I think I would have been more okay with that.
Yep.
My understanding is that what you do in the first hour of the game is the same thing you do in hour 20 of the game.
Cut down trees, build fort.
Yes.
So
Kill.
the forest.
Yeah.
But the forest is fun.
Debatable.
Okay, if you make a plan in the but see that's where the forest.
I would follow the story.
There's no
story in Metal Gear Survive.
See, no,
There is a story in
Survive in forest.
Find Timmy.
I would find Timmy.
Brian and I got to the bottom of the pit.
To find Timmy?
We didn't actually mean to get to the bottom of the pit. So then we quit and didn't save because we didn't want to get stuck at the bottom of the pit and we didn't know how to get back up.
Dig up.
You can't dig. There's no
Ladder.
digging in the forest.
Well,
there is not a ladder tall enough to do that with.
Or have a rope attached to a tree.
No, that you cannot do that in the forest. Well, you can, but again, you need the tree. The pit is a very large pit.
So
it's a pity tree.
The ropes only go so long.
Batman can get out of the pit.
But yes,
you can too.
The forest is probably a little bit more fun than Metal Gear Survive. I think visually, Survive looks better. But that's by proxy of it being on the Metal Gear Solid 5 assets. Because that was a fantastic looking game.
And like you played Survive, it's a match or something, right?
Right. So the single player stuff, you can play the entire game single player. Mm-hmm. But to get the good loot, to get an actual experience, you play online with other people. And the crazy part about the fort building stuff in single player, there's no way to share that with people online. You can't even have a friend come and say like, "Oh, your fort's pretty cool."
But like if you build a fort, Does that fort persist throughout the entire single-player campaign?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
But you can't invite friends over. You can't do anything with that base. The only multiplayer stuff that exists is that sort of match-based wave stuff.
So you're not even building forts really.
No,
with
you
people.
build forts with the resources that you find in those matches. So I'm like,
unlike the
every part-
forest where Brian and I are on like month 2.
right? So like,
We've given up on Timmy. We're pretty sure.
Survive
he's
is such a weird game.
Yeah, maybe not.
Nope, definitely a cannibal.
You kill him already?
I don't know. We just figure he's been indoctrinated. We're not bothering to save him.
You should try.
You made your own.
We don't want to know the truth.
You made your own
You should try.
narrative.
Yeah, we've done our own headcanon.
I'm not. Yeah, I think if Metal Gear Survive drops to like $20, I could see myself pulling the trigger
Yeah.
and
That won't
playing
get
it.
for a while.
And by the time it drops to $20, how many people are actually going to be playing this game?
Oh, and it drops $20 more people because it's only $20.
Or it comes
But
free
then-
on the Plus.
I honestly
Oh, you're
feel.
not even a Plus member anymore.
No, I resubbed.
Oh, did you?
I resubbed to play some Dragon Ball Online.
Oh, there's more games coming out this March, apparently.
Yeah, but
That are really
honestly, my experience and my understanding with Survive is that it's very free to play.
Yeah.
It's very free to play, but you still pay $60 to get into the.
And then
The-
plus
the
all the
pro.
other transactions to continue playing the game and doing
Right.
other stuff.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Right. Like
Right.
that's the issue with this kind of stuff coming
And then,
out
of course,
this.
that whole rumor of the digs against Kojima or with Kojima Productions forever thing. That's just weird. That's a whole separate like theory crafting thing going on.
Hello, wet dog.
Hello. But yeah, that's my Metal Gear Survive rant.
Good rant.
Why?
Either way,
Yes, thanks for joining us today on the Barrel Roll Newscast.
stay tuned for the post-credit show coming up in about 5 minutes.
We'll talk about movies we've watched, games we've played, and all just around experiences we've done.
Yeah, but Fortnite is free for the...
Fortnite has actually been doing very, very well.
Yeah.
Like
They're
surprisingly
getting
well.
jetpacks too.
I know. I saw the picture. I'm like, oh, that could change that would change the
Like
game.
Fortnite went from like, okay, this is like, it gained interest because it took that battle royale thing and did its thing, and then it's like, what else can we do? Yeah, it's doing stupidly well.
So I was reading an article about the whole Epic stealing PUBG's
whatever, yeah.
engine, and there was a developer's side of the aspect or reviews on the whole subject matter, and it's like, oh yeah, Epic is totally taking that engine, but they're making improvements to their own engine and distributing it to the developers. So if at the long run, Epic stealing this battle royale mode and improving their own engine is actually better for the community.
Right.
In the long run. Sure, they're taking a mode from another developer.
But again, we've been doing that for ages.
We've been doing that for ages, and
Long
it benefits the development community as a whole because the Unreal Engine gets just that much more refined.
Like again, if we wouldn't have done that, you'd have GoldenEye and any James Bond game thereafter, and no Battlefield multiplayer, no Call of Duty multiplayer,
Hell, think about even Legend of Zelda.
Sure.
With the Z targeting, like once Ocarina of Time really, I'm sure Winback and other games have used that Z targeting feature,
Yep.
but Ocarina of Time really popularized it,
Right.
and made it actually a feature usable in a lot of modern games nowadays.
In a lot of modern games. Press button, targets character,
And lock camera on.
and locks camera.
Done.
Crazy sauce.
Yeah.
Good
Get-
thing they didn't try and like get mad about people copying that idea.
I don't think the internet existed like it does back then.
Well, no, but even like you can't be. I get it. You make a character, like it'd be different if Epic all of a sudden had a character that had a trench coat and the mask and all that stuff, and they were like, ta ha 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 ha.
If Death Stranding comes out and it's literally just a Metal Gear clone, I'd be pretty upset. Because it's like, no, you were supposed to do a new thing, Kojima,
Yeah.
not make more Metal Gear.
But like Fortnite was a very different game than PUBG. Like we played, and it's like, oh dear, because all of a sudden like.
People are building shit around you.
Well, the stuff you can build stuff, you can tear stuff down, everything's destructible.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like nowhere is safe. Unlike PUBG, where it's like, oh, I'm being shot at, I will run into this house.
The bombs are falling from the sky. I will hide in this small hut.
Right. This house will save me, or this shed will save me. Whereas like Fortnite, nothing is safe.
Yeah.
where it's a very different
It still is a very different game.
And then the single player mode to it, which none of us have tried,
I think
is a completely different game.
PUBG.
It is.
PUBG is definitely more slower.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more slow and methodical.
So that's my thing. Is Fortnite's done some very nice
Yes.
strides in making their game.
I think at launch it was very similar, but they've since added more to their own game. They tried with the 50 on 50 mode. I'm not saying that was a success, but
They
at
tried.
least
We gotta
they
try.
tried something else.
Either way, yeah, good stuff.
Yes.
Stay
Come
tuned.
Join us for the post-credit show.
While you're waiting, go to barrelrollnews.com.
Go there.
There.
While we're open a side tab.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Watch them all at the same time.
Yes.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it. Why not?
Why the heck not?
You don't actually have to watch all of our stuff at once. That would be terrifying.
Good job.
Do it. Do peer pressure. Peer pressure. Do
Either
it.
way, thanks for watching. Check us out in about 5 minutes. We'll be back. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
This many minutes.
Bye.